Tahun lalu dan bagus banget. Semoga tahun 2020 FHI di Bali lebih ramai lagi, lebih besar lagi. Terima kasih.
Hotel Indonesia 2019 saya ucapkan selamat dan terima kasih. Saya bersyukur bisa berpartisipasi dalam kegiatan di event ini dan semoga event ini memberikan satu kebermanfaatan buat masyarakat, membuat masyarakat Indonesia menjadi tambah sehat. Selamat ya.
For 2020 or next event, it will become more bigger, and then and the standard will be more higher. So good luck for FHI.
Seru banget nih lagi di FHI 2019, makin tahun makin gede acaranya, makin banyak aktivitas-aktivitasnya, ada kompetisi-kompetisi dan juga vendor-vendornya tiap tahun makin meningkat kualitasnya. Semoga tahun-tahun ke depan FHI terus sukses dan juga terus mengimprove dari kualitas acaranya sendiri. Thank you, see you.
Sukses selalu buat Pamerindo dan FHI. Terima kasih.
My name is Guadalupe Lanao, and I'm from Peru in South America. I'm pleased to be here in this event. It's my first time in Indonesia, and I'm so glad that the Peruvian government has realized how important is this market. It's fantastic. So again, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Indonesia.
Hello everyone, welcome to Hospitality F&B Hub Week and Salad Plate Indonesia, organized by Pamerindo Indonesia and Informa Markets. Hospitality F&B Hub Week will bring together industry experts to share their knowledge and expertise. Hospitality F&B Hub Week is supported by ICE, Association of Indonesia Specialty Tea, ACP, Association of Culinary Professionals, IPA, Indonesia Pastry Alliance, SEG, Swiss Education Group, ISA, Indonesia Sommelier Association, IPF, Indonesia Packaging Federation, SCAI, the Specialty Coffee Association of Indonesia, and sponsored by Megmilk Snow Brand Indonesia, Nano Logistic, Guerrilla Coffee and Roastery, Suja Bali, and Mega Global Pratama. Before we begin, the following are the house rules. Your audio and video has been disabled. If you have any question, you can include them in the Q&A box. If there are any technical issues during the event, please wait and rejoin. F&B Hub can also be followed live on YouTube channel Food and Hospitality Series_ID. Enjoy the show!
Chef Philip, silakan. Chef Ronald, silakan masuk sebagai moderator.
Ada Chef Ronald. Untuk waktu dan tempat kami persilahkan. Chef Ronald, mohon untuk mengaktifkan video. Chef Ronald, apakah bisa mendengar suara saya? Kami telah mengirimkan untuk aktivasi video. Mohon untuk di-accept, Chef. Kepada Chef Ronald. Halo Chef Philip. Apakah bisa mendengar suara saya? Halo Chef Philip, tadi gambarnya sudah bagus? Sudah bagus. Bisa mendengar suara saya, Chef? Halo, Chef. Halo Chef Ronald atau Chef Philips, apakah bisa mendengar suara saya?
Kayaknya kita nggak bisa pakai ini deh.
Chef, tadi sudah bagus. Untuk background-nya tadi terlihat jelas.
Gimana?
Akan kami pandu ya untuk settingnya ya Chef.
Ya.
Halo Chef, bisa dengar suara saya?
Kok suaranya jauh banget ya? Kayaknya kecil banget.
Halo Chef. Halo. Tapi suara Chef ini terdengar jelas sih di kami sih. Halo.
Yes.
Ya, suara Chef terdengar jelas di kami sih. Tinggal memang ini gambarnya. Jadi ini Chef, ini virtual background-nya diaktifkan, tapi bagian kalau Chef melihat di bagian setting itu kan ada di bagian bawah itu ada tulisan I have a green screen. Itu nggak usah. Kalau itu nggak usah ditik gimana, Chef? Soalnya biasanya kalau gambarnya begini tuh karena dia itunya ditik, jadi dia seolah-olah ngebacanya ada green screen, padahal nggak ada.
Nah ini nggak bisa ditik nih dia.
Oke, berarti mungkin laptopnya nggak support, lebih baik tidak usah pakai latar. Saya sarankan, Chef. Oke, jadi tidak usah pakai latar. Nah, seperti itu aja. Tapi nanti agak maju mungkin ya Chef Philipnya ya supaya terlihat jelas.
Oke. Join audio ya? Join audionya.
Yes, Chef, betul.
Join audio. Join with.
Yang itu nggak usah. Yang ini aja.
Oh, ini nggak usah.
Yang itu nggak usah. Jadi kita dari sini aja audionya.
Audio dari situ.
Yang penting suara udah terdengar jelas kan?
Sudah, Chef.
Ya, oke.
Kita tinggal return to meeting. Join video udah ya?
Ya. Oke.
Chef Ronald dan Chef Philips sudah bisa mulai karena kami sudah live.
Oke, bisa.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and all the participants of this webinar. And today, my name is Ronald Silvano. I'm gonna be your moderator with the keynote speaker is Chef Philip Palasari. He will be your keynote speaker and then share all the knowledge and experience about competitions. He is executive chef in the Tentram Hotel, Yogyakarta. One of
almost a year now.
Almost a year, the 5 stars hotels in Yogyakarta, and then his experience is a lot in competitions all over the world.
Yeah.
And then the last one is in the
Last one we did for
China, Ningbo,
Ningbo.
China. And today, Chef Philip will be share to you how to be a champion in the cooking competitions and what is the tips and everything that you must prepare when you do competitions. And here is Chef Philip will be opening to you.
All right. So thank you for Pamerindo, for everyone who's been invited me for this webinar. My name is Philip. Currently, I'm the chef for Tentrem Hotel Yogyakarta. Recently joined for almost a year now. And then, as been mentioned before, I've done a lot of competition in my life, but the latest one is 2019, I think, Ningbo. We do junior team, me there as their team captain. 3 of us went to China to do competition for junior chefs. Then actually I've started the competition days when I was like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or 15 years ago.
How many competitions that you have?
I don't know, countless maybe. Started with one class and then joined with several classes, and then from individual now became the team captain, became the mentor for the junior team, and then do for the senior team for Food Hotel Indonesia, Food Hotel Asia in Singapore.
Asia.
Okay. And then that's the first time Indonesia bring the biggest team, I think, for doing a competition. Then after that, several local competition become the judges, become the participant as well. So, so if we see the topic of this webinar is how to become a champion. First, what you need to realize is the why you want to join with the competition. You need to have the motivation. You need to have a clear motivation why you want to do this, why you want to spend your time, why you want to spend your money, why you want to spend your resources, all those things. That you need to have something that is driven, that drives you why you want to do this. Because without that, all of these competition things is just another competition.
And maybe you have some experience watching that when you want to start the competitions.
Okay.
what we can share to all the participants in here, maybe like a lot of vocational student, and then all the helper or the chef from the hotels in here. What your
why I want to do it at the first place, right?
Yes.
Okay, I start the competition like at a very young age, maybe at 20, 21 years old. So it's been like very young age, right? So at that moment, like other siblings, like others, my peers in the kitchen, I'm looking for a glorious day. Like become the champion of something. Like I want to be recognized. Like I want to be like everyone has to know that I'm the champion of the competition. Okay, so that was my driven force why I want to do this competition. So basically, it's all about recognition for me at that moment. I want to be recognized. I want to become one of the great chefs that bring all the medals, wearing all the medals, gold medals, silver medals, any medals, as long as it's a medals or it's something that's being celebrated by my company, by my peers. So that was the first motivation why I want to do these things. But as time goes by, I start to think that when I was become the chef, like 15 years ago, when I was a commis or chef de partie in the kitchen, that was my goal. That was my driven force. That is why I want to join with the competition. And then the thing is, when I was become the chef of one of the property, one of my motivation is to build my team through competition. And then the hotel's management at that moment asked me why you think that by doing competition you can develop your chefs, why you can develop your young chefs in the kitchen. Because as a young chef, you need to channel your energy, right?
Spend your energy as much as you can.
As much as you can, you need to channel it, but you need to channel it in the right way.
Okay.
Because sometimes young chefs, they join the kitchen, they think it's a great job, it's something that they should celebrate. Then they have a lot of energy that you need to channel it, but you need to channel it properly.
Okay. So from a lot of competitions that you did, what is your biggest achievement?
My biggest achievement is when I was the team captain for Indonesia. We, with a lot of obstacles, with a lot of we lack of money, we lack of funding, we lack of a lot of things that if we compare ourselves to other countries, then we are far behind them. But at that moment, I bring a team to Food Hotel Asia in Singapore, and then we won a medal. It's not a gold medal; it's a bronze medal, but it's an achievement. Like we compete against giants. We compete against Macau. We compete against Hong Kong, Australia, Singapore, and then it's a big. If we raced in Formula One, we raced against Ferrari, McLaren, those big giants. And then, like for example, if we race people using a Formula One car, we use Innova.
When you did competitions, do you remember how many gold medals or silver medals that you have?
I stopped counting. I stopped counting when I was I think I got like several medals, like 5 or 6 gold, several silvers, and then the recognition of the best culinary team, and so on and so on and so on. But I stopped counting. But because when I start to switch my motivation in competition, it's all about developing people. It's all about developing myself, developing this environment. Then medals doesn't really it matters. It matters. The medals, the recognition, it matters. But what is the most important thing is I see my team develop. I see myself develop. I see my people surrounding me develop.
Okay. So for you, the participants, when I do competitions, I always remember, I always meet the Chef Phillips and the teams. And then he always bring a lot of teams and then generate the young chef from his hotels before. And I know they had a lot of medals, yeah, because I know Chef Philip always managed the team. He always trained all his team, yeah. And then now I want to share what is the things that he did for his team, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share some things for you. This is his tips how to be a champion in the competitions. Yeah. And hopefully, what he gave to us could to motivate you, and then you can do yourself, develop yourself with this
Tips.
his tips.
All right. So let's start the slide. We've prepared. This is the key to be a success in competition. The first one is clear goals and aim high. So you need to know what is the goals and what is the purpose of you are doing this. Because sometimes if you have a cloudy goals of what you are about to achieve, and then at the beginning you feel so exciting, but when hard times come, then you gotta be down. When someone say that your food is not that good, then you're gonna be down. So you need to have a very clear goals why you want to do this, and you need to aim high. You need to aim high. Doesn't really matter where you came from. Is it from a big establishment, or big hotels, big restaurants, or you came from a small restaurant, independent restaurant, or you came from a school? But you need to have a very clear goals, and you need to aim high. After that, you need to create the plan.
Okay.
Why you want to do this and how you're gonna achieve this.
Yeah.
How you're gonna achieve this? Like for instance, like you need to have a mentor.
Yes.
You need to have a mentor. Like we, for instance, like I want to join in one section of a competition, for instance, practical fish cookery.
Yeah.
So you need to know, you need to create a plan, and then you need to have a mentor.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't have a mentor.
Yes.
Yes.
Nowadays it's easier, right? Because like for instance, like in the old days, if you want to have mentors, you need to be very close with your chefs, or you need to be very close with your senior, or you need to be very close with whomsoever that you think in your kitchen is a very talented chefs. Nowadays, you can get it from a lot of sources. You can find from YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. You can learn a lot of cooking technique from YouTube. It's a video things. Back in the old days, sorry, nobody will teach you how to cook gonna cook a good fish. Unless you are very close to them, unless you have a very good chef in your kitchen. So you need to create a plan. First, I want to learn something from a mentor. After that, I want to train. I want to do several trials. And after that, I want to create my own environment in the kitchen. I want to have a motivation. The thing is, cultivate your motivation. Your motivation will be tested.
Okay.
Will be tested. Like for let's say, I want to become the champion. For me, the real competition is when you do the preparation.
Okay.
That's the real competition.
Yeah. But sometimes, like a young age chef now, they learn from Instagram or they learn from picture. So when they do competitions, they
forgot the taste.
Yeah, they forgot the taste, and then they create their food like a garden.
Like a garden.
Very beautiful.
But you
Yeah.
cannot eat that.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get taste. for
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And then, what is your tips for them? You can share.
For sure. I always say this to my team. I tell them, cook something that is basic cooking technique, basic cooking technique, basic cooking skill. You do it right, you do it perfectly, and then you need to know several way of doing this in a right way. Because for instance, the most simple things is how to sear a fish.
Okay.
Some chefs do the fish like this, some chefs do the fish like that, some chefs do a lot of things, but you need to see the red line. You need to read between the line how the chefs cook those fish, and then you see what is the best according to you first.
Oh, okay.
You think it's good because you need to cultivate your motivation. You need to cultivate your confidence of cooking those fish. We talk about fish, right? And then after that, you test it to your senior, to your mentors, to your teachers, to your surrounding. Tell them, is it good?
Yeah.
My food is good. Is it taste? Because number one is taste.
Yes.
Taste.
Yeah, because the taste on the point is like 50%.
50% from the point is coming from taste.
Okay.
So taste, after that, technique.
Okay.
So when you able, just like for example, you can lie about the technique. You can lie about the latest technology, the most advanced technology. You bring it to the kitchen and then you can lie about it.
Yeah.
You can pretend that you cook a very good food, but there is one thing that you never be able to fool the people. Is the taste.
Okay.
The taste is everything.
And then, when based on your experience, when you train your team on your establishment before, how long did you train your team?
A year, maybe.
Yeah, like
A year.
that long, right?
Yeah. So like they say, is that train hard for a long time and then go beyond your comfort zone. A year.
A year before the competition.
A year before the competition.
Yes. Why?
Because I need to build the taste first. I need to create a skill.
Okay.
Then, and skill and taste, you cannot do it overnight.
Yeah.
It takes time. It takes effort. It takes commitment to do this. So a full year. And then, like for instance, a month before competition, every day we train. Every day we train every day. Then after that, put your skills to the test. Like I said to you before, you need to test everything. You need to taste the timing. You need to taste the food. Presentation is number 10.
Why?
Presentation is number 10 because you you present something beautiful. It doesn't really matter that people are able to eat your food, people are able to enjoy your food. Because competition is like you cook for the restaurant, like you cook for your guests, like you cook for your family. You need to take pride on whatever that you cook, and you need to believe that your food is awesome.
How big the point? When we do competitions, sometimes we scared looking at for other people's other competitors. The presentation is really good, and then sometimes we're gonna think their food is gonna be win because their presentation is really good. And how big the presentation's point? Sometimes
presentation is only 10 points.
10 points.
10 points.
So
10 points. So 50 days.
yeah.
50 days. After that, 20% is technique.
Mhm.
Technique. After that, 20% is your cleanliness in the kitchen, your food safety. You do it right, and then presentation is only got 10 mark point out of 100.
So it doesn't mean like when we give a simple garnish, it's just like it's no matter. We still can win.
We still
with a
can win.
simple garnish
We still
or
can
something
win.
like that.
We still can
Yeah.
win. Like if you able to impress the judges by the taste, you
Yeah.
already got 50 marks. 50 marks means minimum you get bronze.
Yeah.
Minimum you get bronze. After that, they will see how you work, how you cook. Is it the correct preparation? Is it the correct technique that's been used?
Yeah.
Then if you're able to fulfill others' point, then you will get another 40 marks. It means that you minimum silver.
Okay.
Presentation is like another 10 mark. If your taste is fantastic, you do it right.
Yeah.
Then your presentation is beautiful, then you get gold.
Okay.
So as simple as that. But please bear in your mind, taste is everything.
Taste is everything.
Taste is
So,
everything.
so is that mean you need to taste your food and then serve your food in the good taste.
Sure.
Right? Yeah.
No
Now
question.
and then in here you routed we need the competitors to motivate us.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It means that you need to push yourself. It doesn't really mean that you compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
But you need to see what are the strengths
Okay.
of your competitors that you're able to adapt, that you're able to bring to the team.
Yes.
Then after that, you try, just like I always believe that a creativity
Yeah.
begins with you imitate something. After you imitate something, then you adapt with the team.
Okay.
After that, then you can create with for yourself and for your team. So you need to see what others do. You need to see what your competitors do. Not to break you, but to give you another point of view.
Oh, okay.
You need to see how they work so it can inspire you.
Yes.
When you get inspired by others, but then you can get a motivation. Oh man, they do better in this way. You learn from previous competition what others do, what are their strength. And
Okay.
after that, you try to adapt with what is good with them, what is wrong with them. So it's just like competition is a long life learning, man.
Yes.
Every
right.
day you learn.
Yeah.
That's why I take a year to develop the team.
Yeah. That's why sometimes when we do a competition, there is a quote. When we do train, we are friends. But when we do competitions, we are enemy.
Yeah.
So that's mean we train together and then we compete together.
We compete together.
As long as like I know your ability and then you know my ability.
Yeah.
That's why we always get a new idea how I'm gonna make you lose from me.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right. But at the end of the day, it's not about winning the medals for me.
Yes.
For me, it's not about winning the medals. It's all about when you able to see yourself grow.
Yeah.
When you're able to see yourself learn new things.
Okay.
For instance, in previous before you join with the competition, before you break down the menu, you do trial. Maybe you only know 2 ways of cooking salmon.
Okay.
But during the practice, during the trial, doing whatever that you do in the kitchen, then finally at least you know 4 ways of cooking the salmon.
Oh, okay.
At least you grow, because that's the most important things. Medals, it doesn't really affect your job.
Yeah.
It doesn't really affect your salary.
Okay.
It doesn't really affect your future.
Yes.
No.
That's right.
But your skill, it really gonna affect your job.
So is that means experience gonna be develop you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So
And next.
next is I put a bit do and don'ts during competition.
Yeah.
Number one, do open your rule book.
So is that mean in the competitions they have rule books?
Rule books, of course. Later,
Yes.
I will share the screen how we're gonna read the rule books.
Okay.
Because you need to open your rule book and print and read the rule book carefully. Because we are doing a competition about we are not making a competition of making a house or
Yes.
making a car or making something that is that.
Yeah.
What we are doing currently, we are doing competition that is grow,
Okay.
something that is
Yeah.
living on the plate. So how we gonna measure that? Because all the judges they need to measure those things. We need to able to measure everything. For example, the level of spiciness.
Yes.
You cannot measure that.
Yeah.
For me, it's spicy. For you, might not spicy. For me, it's salty. For you, might not salty.
Okay.
But you need to find the fine line. What are the judges is looking for?
Okay. So we need to find the average.
We need to find the average. We need to see how they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
What is their expectation from us?
Okay.
What they want to see on your plate? That's
Okay.
it's the same like you serve to your guests, right?
Yeah.
When your guest is coming to your restaurant, they have their own quote to quote expectation.
Yeah.
Expectation that I want to come to your restaurant to eat this specific food, and I expect my food to be at this level.
Yeah.
So this is the same when you read the rule book. So you know what is your judges is expect from you. What is the level of creativity? What is the level of the taste? What is the level of preparation that are the judges is looking from you? Then from that, you start to plan your menu.
Yeah.
It's not like I do whatever I want.
Okay.
Then everybody can do whatever they want. Then we cannot measure it.
Okay.
That's why we need to follow the rules. We need to read carefully and plan carefully based on the rule book.
Yeah.
After that, train yourself. Train on yourself based on the menu which based on what is the judge's expectation.
Okay.
After that, focus on that. So it is the circle that everybody needs to know, that when you join the competition, it's not like you come, you cook whatever you want to cook.
Yeah. After
that, you expect to win the gold, or you expect to win the silver, or you expect to win any medals.
Yeah.
It's not like that. But you know to what exactly that the chefs, that your guests, pretend you're the chef, pretend the judges is your guests. You need to meet their expectation. That's actually how we roll every day in restaurant business. That's actually how we roll in hotel business.
Yeah.
We need to cook something that is meet our guest expectation. For example, during my first year move to Yogyakarta, I need to learn what is their taste palette.
Okay.
What is their taste buds?
Yes.
What is their expectation about the food? I come there, I start to learn whatever they want, and then I start to concept the menu, and then do some trial with internal. Then after that, we publish the new menu.
Okay.
So that is the same circle like you do for the competition. If you do with the competition, you need to see what is their expectation. And then you plan your menu. After that, you try yourself. You try with the team. Is it good enough? Is it okay enough? Is it presentable? Is it value for money? Like I got some experience. The judges tell me, hey, Philip, hey, chef, your food was fantastic. The taste was fantastic. The technique awesome. The presentation awesome. And he asked me like this, what if your menu, I use it for banqueting for 100 packs?
Okay.
Are you able to do this? The same things? Or what if I use your menu on the day-to-day a la carte in the restaurant?
Okay.
Are you able to execute your menu in a very constant way?
Yeah.
And then from that moment, I start to think, okay, so less is more. Simplicity is good. Is it able to be multiplied into 1,000 plates? Is it able to be able to multiply like two portion every hours, and then it's constantly executed? Then that's how I start to think, okay, this is what I have to do on my daily routine, on my daily activity. Okay. So that's your do. Your don't is don't prepare too much.
Okay. So based on your experience, when you train yourself like a years, and then you keep stay focused, because sometimes on my experience also, and I believe you pass that through. Yeah, because when we train ourselves in the long time, it's like hardly to us to focus, because sometimes a lot of idea is always coming to us. And then how you prevent it to make you stay focused on your one side of menu?
I don't prevent any new ideas actually. So
yes.
Where the idea might come, I try everything. So how I'm gonna focus on it is, I know it's a good plate. I know the taste is good. I know I able to multiply this plate. I know I able to execute flawlessly by doing this plate. Yeah. I know I'll be able to impress the judges through this plate. Then after that, whatever the new idea is coming, whatever the distraction is coming through my training period, I only keep it as a note.
Oh, okay.
I keep it as note. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is not good. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I cannot do it. But I need to focus on this first. That's why I tell to you that at the end of your training period, before you know only two ways of cooking the salmon, at the end of your training period, at least you know 4 ways of doing the salmon.
Okay. So like usual, we make a work plan. Yeah, we take a note and then make a work plan when we want to do a competition.
Sure,
is that right?
That's
okay.
Right.
And then when we do a competition, sometimes we scare a lot of our things, or like vegetables, our seafood, our meat. Sometimes not enough when we do a competition. So sometimes a lot of us like bring a lot of preparations and everything. How do you think about that? Because there is a point like wastage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the point. That's another. It will deduct you in 40 marks. Later we see the sample of Food Hotel Indonesia rule books 2019.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to train. That's why you need to weigh everything.
Yeah.
For example, you join in poultry practical cookery. it's a live cooking for poultry, and then it's and then for a portion you take 140 grams of meat protein, and then you will use 2 pieces of asparagus. That you will use 200 grams of carbs in the plate. That you will need like 200 milliliters of sauce for every plate. Then you need to know as well how many plates they expect for you to present to them. You just multiply those things and then have a little bit of buffer in case when you start to cook something and then it doesn't turn out good, and you still have a backup, but not much. That's why you need to train and train and train until we can say we blindfolded you. You see nothing, but you're able to execute the plate.
Until we are really very confident.
Very confident and very sure about the plate. So that's why I sometimes when I become the marshal of the competition, I watch the people. They bring like carrot for 100 packs. They bring potato for 100 packs. They bring the meat. It's like they do a function, but the competition is only for 4 plates.
For portion only.
Or 4 portion or for 3 portions. So you need to avoid those things by do your training.
Okay. So is that legal for the competitions like ACP Indonesia is competition endorsed by WAX, World Association? Is that legal when we do weigh or our ingredients before we go to the competitions area?
Yeah, it's legal. I mean, that's why you need to open your rule book and read it carefully.
Okay.
What is they allowed to bring? For example, they allow you to bring a basic demi-glace.
Yeah.
And then if you want to make it into a black pepper sauce, that you need to make your own reduction, and then you put it in a demi-glace. For example, in the rule book is stated that the vegetable you might be able to peel it, clean it, but you cannot cut it and portion it.
Okay, so it's illegal when
It's
we do
legal.
weigh and then
It's
peel
legal.
all the vegetables.
It's legal. That's why you need to read your rule book. According to WAX rule book, which is applied all over the world, those things is legal. You just don't bring everything there.
Yeah.
Because like if you bring everything there and then you have a lot of wastages.
Yeah.
It's not that. Like just put it in your mind that when you cook, it's just like you cook in your restaurant. Where your mise en place is there already. That's why they give you an hour. For example, one dishes for a competition, they give you an hour to execute a plate. They give you an hour because you need to adapt with the situation. You need to adapt with the layout of the kitchen. You need to adapt with the plate, with the environment, with the surrounding. But at least your mise en place is there already. So it's just like a restaurant. You know the menu. You plan the menu. You know the step. So they will see how. That's why for example for vegetable, they allow you to peel, but they don't allow you to cut the vegetable because they want to see your technique of your cooking of your cutting the vegetable. They want to see how you cut into a brunoise or a jardinier or a bâtonnet or whatever the list of the cuts, because that is the point of doing this competition. Apart from the taste, they see your technique. They see your kitchen is clean, you are well organized, your time frame is there. They give you 90 minutes, you finish in 90 minutes. They give you 60 minutes, they finish it. I once have a I think FHI 2019 when we have a nasi goreng competition. Remember?
Yeah.
Nasi goreng competition. Remember, right?
I set the kitchen.
Right, remember, right?
Yeah.
That's the nasi goreng competition. They give us only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
10 minutes to cook the nasi goreng.
Yeah. right? Is that enough?
It's enough.
More than enough. I think.
It's enough. It's
Yeah.
more than enough. Just like your mise en place is there already.
Yeah.
What you need to do is just you switch on the wok, you cook your mise en place. After that, you plate and finish, right? So
Okay.
that's how you see the competition. It's like you doing in a restaurant.
Yeah.
When everything is there already,
Yeah.
you just need to cook fast, then it's go.
Okay, so no wonder when we do competitions like nasi goreng, it's only 10 minutes, or like main course beef, we only have 1 hour.
60 minutes.
Yeah,
And then sometimes if you do a pasta challenge, they give you only
45
minutes.
Yeah.
Or so those things is because the judges is measuring
Yeah.
the time frame that is so logical.
Okay.
That can be applied in your daily operation, on your daily restaurant or hotel operation. It's like an a la carte. For example, if you go in status display,
Mhm.
if you go in status display, that you need to code everything with the gelatin, you need to plan everything, plan the menu.
Yeah.
Usually we done it overnight.
Yeah.
We done it like we start to code the vegetable, everything we start to code it with the gelatin, like we start at 2 a.m. in the morning, because the presentation start at 7 a.m. in the morning. 7 till 9 they start to judge us, and then because the judge know that the gelatin or the aspic won't last forever.
Okay.
So you need to do it. They test as well your concentration of doing this. I once do a competition when I was in Singapore with the team. It's 24 hours cook off.
Oh, okay.
So we start like 9 a.m. today.
Yes.
And then we finish 9 a.m.
after.
the day after. And then like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., the judges come to the kitchen, and then they see how we work. They see how our endurance, our physically, our concentration, how we manage the team. Several teams went for a break. Some teams still in the kitchen. How we manage the timing. So that's all the things that they change. They challenge us. Because why they do this? Because they want to see how a team work together under the pressure, under a very limited time, with a lot of things to be presented. Because that's what happened in the real industry.
Okay.
That's what happened in catering industry.
So is that means you means in here is don't overdo. Like,
don't overdo.
So we need to know our limitation.
We need to know our
like our self skills, and then our time,
Mhm.
and also our tools we use.
Yes. For example, some people, no, I don't, like 5 years or 8 years ago, the sous vide cooking technique starts to
Everyone
blooming.
do it. Yeah.
Everyone wants to do it. Everyone wants to learn about sous vide, about confit, about slow smoke, about cold smoke, about those things.
Yeah.
And then you want to do it, but you don't have the tools.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't know, like 10 years ago, the sous vide machine will cost you like $3,000.
That's right.
Nowadays, you can buy an hardware for $100 maybe for a sous vide machine, for a home use sous vide machine. But at that moment, we tried to copy what is the sous vide machine did, but without the sous vide machine.
So do manually.
So we do it manually with the thermometer. We put it. So it is something that you overdo. It is something that it's too much for you.
Yes.
So don't prepare too much. Don't overdo it. Because if you don't have the tools, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just stick to the plan. If you have this plan, you want to cook this way, so stick with the plan.
Yeah.
Stick with the equipment. Know your limitation.
Yes.
And don't panic.
Yes. Because I remember when I do I did competitions in the first like 2003, I think.
2003.
Yeah. 2003. We don't have everything. We don't have combi oven.
No.
We don't have salamander in there. we only have one stove and then oven underneath.
Yes, and then sing. That's it.
Yes, that's it, right? Yeah, so a lot of limitation for us to competitions, yeah? And also so that's why don't overdo, like we cannot do everything.
Cannot.
Yeah, because all the limitations is in there.
Yeah.
Like tools limitations, time limitations.
Yes.
Yeah. And then don't panic.
Don't panic.
Is that
No.
someone's when do competitions sometimes get panic?
Of course.
Why?
Of course. Because they don't have a confidence. Why you don't have a confidence? Because you don't train enough. Why you don't train enough? Because it's just because you're lazy.
Okay.
You need to build your confidence. Before I worked for Tentrem Jakarta, I worked for a restaurant.
Yeah.
We are a small restaurant, not much people, but we are refined food. And then we train. I don't know, maybe for 2 months, a month, we do train. At that moment is Hotel X, I think. No, not Hotel X. What is the competition? When I was with TWG.
Still FAI.
Still FAI, I think.
Yeah.
So we are a small restaurant. So I train my team. I train my pastry team. I train everyone. We train together. We build a team. And then when those guys came to the competition, and then they saw chefs from big establishment.
Oh, okay.
You know, with better equipment.
Yeah.
With better uniform.
Yes.
All whites, and then with tweezers, with tattoos,
With all the styles.
all the styles, and then they feel small.
Oh, okay.
They feel small. They feel like, oh, we don't belong here.
Yes.
It's for the giants. We just came from a small restaurant. and then I tell to them, focus, don't panic. Because sometimes you can feel small in front of your competitor.
Okay.
Sometimes you can feel that you're not that worth it to be there.
Yeah.
But your establishment, where you came from, it will not determine where you are heading to.
Yeah.
No, not mention you come from a small restaurant or you come from. I once saw a girl, a small girl, and then she came from a vocational school.
Yeah.
And then I remember at that moment, she came along with her mom. Her mom is accompanied her to do competition, and then all of her tools is a household tools.
Yes.
Like the knife being used for home, the cutting board, the bowl, pots, pan. It's like
Home use,
house use.
Yeah.
House use. It's not for heavy duty.
Oh, okay.
Her next door's kitchen, everywhere is using, pretty much heavy duty stuff, heavy duty equipment.
Yeah.
And then this lady, what I'm so impressed about her, this lady, she just cooked.
Yeah.
She cooked everything. And then at the end of the day, she got silver, I think. She got silver medal.
Yes. She got silver
medal. She's a very young age. And then I asked her, where you came from? She mentioned one of the vocational school. And then I asked her, did your teacher knows about you go to this competition? She said no. Did your friends know? No. So why you want to do this? And then she said that because I want to see where my limitation is.
Okay.
And I want to cook because I am a cook. So that's why I'm so inspired by this lady, because that's why I can tell to everyone, doesn't really matter where you came from, doesn't really matter from what establishment you came from. What matters is where you are heading. What matters is when you cook, when you push yourself, when you cook because you love what you are doing.
Okay.
So I think that's what I can tell you right now.
And then because sometimes, based on my experience also, train some team, they get panic at the end when the time is like counting down. They always like,
and then a lot of things is not done yet,
and then they get panic because sometimes they don't have the real time frame. Yeah, so that's why we need to do training and then time frame. Yes.
Time frame. We talk about time frame. For this is another tip, right? If in the rule book say you have 60 minutes, to finish your dish, push yourself on 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
So when you do a timing, push yourself up to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Push up to you reach 45 minutes. When you reach the 45 minutes on the real competition day, if you really finish at 45 minutes, then you have another 15 minutes to clean your kitchen. To wrap up everything. And then you can start to serve.
Yes.
So if they say 45 minutes, then 30 minutes. So everything has to be count down, well prepared, well trained, well executed, well planned. So you don't get panic.
Because 60 minutes on the time, is that means on the 60, we need to give our food on the judge table.
To the judges,
Yes, not still on the kitchen, right?
Yes. So 60 minutes means 45 minutes.
So is that means your time, your competition is gonna be end in the exactly
60 minutes.
So 55 minutes like ideal time you serve your food out to the judges.
That's right.
Yes. And then outside this.
So this is the sample of what we used to do, what we used to use during a competition. We call it Bring Simple Pack. This is a disposable container. You can travel light with this.
Yes.
You don't need to bring a whole company. You don't need to bring the whole truck. So everything is being measured down. Everything is being prepared, and then you can stack this simple way. You can stack everything up. You travel very light. You don't need to have a big trolley to bring this one up.
Not
and then
spending money
not
for
spending
overweight.
money
For the international flight.
Sometimes
because there is our experience when we do competitions overseas. We always overweight. Like is that like we do like 15 or 10 years ago? We always spending money to pay overweight.
So nowadays, this is a very good example about what you were asking before. Why we should see from our competitors.
Yes.
What we can learn from them. We learn from other nations. We learn from other competitors. How they travel, how they bring everything up, how they stack their equipment. So your experience tells you that you need to bring everything simple as possible, as light as possible. It's just like you bring your kitchen to other places. It's like you do outside catering. You prepare everything well. So things like that. So like the next slide is like
I think it's like 200 mils or 200 milliliters. Like, is that enough for us for the competitions?
Enough.
For like we prepare for the competition. Like usually we do for 4 plates or 4 portions. Is that enough?
Enough.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Enough. Because like this is the same way when you serve this at your restaurant.
Okay.
Or at your hotels or wherever you work currently or in the school.
So we don't need to bring much.
You don't need to bring like 2 liters of stock or 2 liters of demi-glace.
Yeah.
Like on one plate, you just need like I don't know, maybe 150 milliliters of sauce.
Yeah.
That's already a generous, right?
Yeah.
150 milliliter of sauce on one plate is
That's too much.
that's already generous, but that at least you know that pretend yourself that you are cooking in your own restaurant, in your own catering, where everything is being settled, is being prepared, the mise en place is beautiful. You know your workflow. You know that when you open your container, everything is there already.
Yeah.
You don't running around like headless chicken. You know, sometimes if you're in a restaurant, when there is an order like one steak or 1 minute, and then you become panic because of your mise en place is not there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the same principle that you use in the competition, vice versa.
Yeah.
Like I said to you at the very beginning of this webinar, that's why I use competition to develop the young chefs.
Yes, that's right.
I develop my team through competition, because through competition, you know how to prepare yourself. You know how to train yourself. You know how to get out from your comfort zone, to see new things, to see others, to see what others people do, to become so excited about what you are doing.
Yes.
Because sometimes if you work for one restaurant for a year and then the menu just never changes, and sometimes you feel bored, right?
Yeah.
You feel like, oh man, I need something new. I need to learn something new, especially for youngsters. Like I said, youngsters, they have plenty of energy to be channeled.
Yes.
For us, like we almost 40, right?
Yes.
And sometimes
we are not young anymore.
Sometimes we feel like, oh man, I had enough, you know.
We feel boring.
I still start to have a back pain when I have to stand up for 14 hours, 16 hours, 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need, oh come on, let the youngsters do it. But when you were younger, when you were like at the beginning of your career, at the beginning of 20 or beginning of 30 of your life, you still have plenty of energy. Then you need to channel it in the correct way.
Yeah, because when we are young, on the Salon Culinaire, on FHI, I was gonna think, I'm gonna meet Philip in the competitions area. I just want to know what he gonna make, and then I'm gonna let him know what I made.
Yeah, guess we compete.
Yeah, because in here we are friends, but in the competitions area we are enemy. Yes, and then this is
just an example of at least you need to have this.
Yeah,
and at least you need to have a sharp knife. You need to have all your measurement. You need to have your pots and pans. Take a note. Please take a note that don't bring your ugly pan.
Yeah.
Like for example, your pan is already black everywhere. You already have dented everywhere. It looks dirty. It looks you never treat your equipment right.
Yes.
Sometimes people bring a cutting board. The cutting board was so dirty, like never been treated before, and then you expect the judges
to give you a big score.
Give you a big score because of that. Come on, dream on, man. Like you need to bring a proper equipment to the competition.
Yeah,
a clean one, a good one. Doesn't have to be expensive. Doesn't have to be professional cooking tools. No, but at least it's a clean one. It's a proper one.
Yeah.
Like I said to you, like I mentioned, there's that young lady. She came with the competition with household equipment.
Yeah.
But the equipment is good one, brand new one. I don't mean it's brand new one, but it's good one.
Yeah.
Clean. Because one of the like 50 point is taste, 40 point is your technique, your cleanliness. Is it hygiene enough? You know, those things that you need to be considered. Also with the equipment. So this is only a sample of what you need to bring to your competition.
Yeah.
Don't bring your own oven.
Yes, that's right.
For what?
Because sometimes all the committee of the competitions they prepare everything for your competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes also bring all your tools is on the simple way.
Simple way.
And then the size is not, you don't have bring it too big. Yeah. And then bring this is that fit on your competitions.
That's right. That's right.
And then
Then the last one is this is an example of all the
everything that we need to have. Yeah.
we need to have like some of the people say when you want to have something good, you need to invest.
Yeah.
You need to invest. Wise men say we will know where your heart is when we see where you invest your money.
Yeah.
So this is only an example that you need to invest some of your money, some of your income of bringing this like this is a seal part, right? Sometimes you need to have those things on your own.
Yeah.
Which is you use for your practice, you use everything is being measured. This is an example of a seal part form that able to make your food perfectly the same.
Yeah. And
the shape is the same, taste is the same. So you need to invest in these kind of things.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you invest your
a lot of things
in one shot.
Yeah.
Like for example, you have spare money, you start to buy your own chef's knife. After that, you start to buy your own pots, small. You start to buy that things, personal things. If you want to be serious in this matters, in this competition matters.
Yeah. Okay. This is the end of our slide.
Maybe we can put it the
sample of rule books. But if you have any questions, you can ask our questions and then chat on the chat box. Write down your questions, and then Chef Philip gonna be answer it to you. So do not hesitate if you want to ask questions. Yeah. So we're gonna open it. Which one of the this one?
Okay, we can start with this.
So there is a questions one. Does the glass affect us to consume tea? So you know, Chef Philip, before come on the
I come from a
luxurious tea company. Yeah. So how do you think, Chef?
It's not the glass, it's the shape of the glass. It's the shape of the cup. For example, the cup itself has to be properly designed so that when you drink the tea, when you take the tea up, then the flavor of the tea starts to put it in your senses.
Okay.
And then the type of the cup that are being used, it has to be able to bring down the temperature slowly.
Okay.
So if you are using a mug, sometimes the flavor of the tea is not so tense.
Yeah.
And then the temperature is way too hot in very long time. Yeah, and then it's gonna affect the flavor of the tea.
Oh, okay. So you mean the shape of the glass, right?
The shape of the glass. It's not the material of the glass.
Not on the material, but only the shape.
Only the shape. Yeah, some of the material give give a different flavor. Like if you use plastic,
Yeah.
or if you use melamine, if you are using no, not a stainless, like an iron.
Okay.
So it gives you a different flavor. But if you talk about the ceramics, like a glass,
Ceramics or porcelain.
porcelain, or something's coming from porcelain, it doesn't really affect the flavor because they have a coating.
Yes.
That is not really affect the flavor of the tea.
Okay. Thank you, Sandy, for the questions. I hope this is.
I hope you can
Answer it.
Answer it. So come back to the screen. For this is just an example of something that is written down on your rule book. For practical cooking, it's stated there on kitchen A. The committee will provide you with 4 gas burner, salamander, refrigerated share, rational combi oven share, working table, sink, 2 power points, 230 volt for each competitor, and then in kitchen B also tabletop, but there is no oven is there. So you need to know where what are the equipment that will be provided by the committee to execute your menu.
Oh, okay.
So if it's stated there, like for example on kitchen B, there will be no oven there. So you need to plan your menu that you don't need to bake the dish. You don't need to bake those things. Like for example, also on kitchen A, it's stated there rational combi oven, but it's been shared.
Okay.
So you need to know what are the menu that is because you know that the oven is going to be shared with other competitor, that you will know on what purpose that you're going to use this combi oven. Because combi oven you can use for steam bake. Then you need to know how many minutes that you're going to use for this combi oven, and then you can plan your menu based on the equipment.
Yeah.
Because the menu, if you stated the menu, then you know you will have a share refrigerator, or is stated that the salamander is tentative, then you need to make sure that your menu, you will not using the salamander there. You will not do the salamander because the salamander is still tentative.
Okay. So like in here also, when they say they're gonna provide you the combi oven, as a competitor, sometimes we are forget to bring our own tray.
That's right.
So committee or just give the combi oven without the tray. Bring your own tray.
Bring your own tray for this
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. So next.
So if you have next questions.
Next question.
We still have times like around 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Another one.
So this is the another one for the competitions.
Okay, this is we can share.
So this is the best one. You can read. Sometimes the competitors they don't read this.
Okay, this is an example of preparation guidelines, and sometimes the competitor they don't read this. They don't want to read this, so you need to read this carefully. Like we mentioned before, you need to read the rule book, print and read this carefully. Sometimes if you read this on your phone or on your laptop, you will not pay attention. So you need to print this and then read carefully. This is the standard from World Chef Hot Cooking Preparation Guidelines. It stated there, salad. Salad can be cleaned and washed, but not portioned. Vegetable, peeled, cut, but not cooked. If it stated there, peeled and cut, then you can peel and you can cut, but you cannot cook the vegetable.
Okay.
For example, pasta and dough can be prepared but not cooked. So you can bring your pasta dough, or you can bring your dough, whatever the dough that you bring. Like for example, you want to make a pizza. You can bring your pizza dough, but cannot be cooked. You want to make a pasta. You can bring your pasta dough, but cannot be cooked. So you can roll the pasta on the spot, and then you can cook the pasta, lamb, chicken, and so on, like marinated proteins. Can the protein being marinated before? Yes. So because it's stated there, marinated proteins, pre-marinating of protein is permitted. So you can bring your, for example, you can bring your beef. It's being marinated like 24 hours prior.
Yeah.
Then, because it's stated there, you can use the marinated proteins.
Okay. So we can brine or
you can brine first.
Brine or
Cook
marination
marination first,
but not cook.
not cook.
Okay.
So it is actually this is the same mise en place when you do an a la carte.
Okay.
Like for example, you have let's figure out one menu then. You have a grilled steak.
Yeah.
With saute vegetable on the side, and then you have mashed potato, for example.
Yeah.
And then you have the sauce, for example. So the meat, if you want to brine the meat first, then go ahead, you brine the meat. Then the saute vegetable, you can peel, you can cut, you can portion the things, but you cannot cook it. So on the competition day, you bring your vegetable is already being prepared.
Yeah.
You bring your meat is already being brined. You bring your potato, but it's not being finished.
Okay.
You bring your sauce, but it's not being preheated. It's not being hot. And then on the competition day, what you need to do is just to grill the beef. You blanch the vegetable. You saute the vegetable. You reheat the sauce. Go finish.
Okay.
So
it's not gonna be not waste your time.
It's not wasting your time. You know your mise en place. You know already what you are about to do.
Yeah.
Because it's been stated there in World Chef Hot Cooking Competition Preparation Guidelines. Because this preparation guideline is being applied all over the world. So you just follow these preparation guidelines, then you'll be safe.
Oh, is this in the World Chef competitions or the wax endors?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're gonna go competition for the wax endors, so this is legal. We can do it.
This we can do it.
So
as long as it's being endorsed by wax.
Okay. If it's not endorsed by wax, maybe we need to learn more about
the competition rules book.
Yeah.
That's why we say read your rule books.
Yes.
Read carefully. Study it.
So if you have any questions now, we still have more minutes. So this is your time because we have Chef Philips now come from Yogyakarta today to talk with us.
Okay.
So don't waste your time. You can have more questions, and then how to do competitions, because he can share a lot of informations in here.
I think we can see another pictures. We can share another pictures.
We can share another pictures from the rule books. Okay. Okay, this one.
Okay. This is another. I think we need to the top one.
Okay.
Okay. This is This is what usually the judges is looking for.
Okay.
Like originality, new ideas, and harmonizing of meats and garnishes.
So
And
is that means compulsory taste or what?
this is not a compulsory, but at least you know, like I said, you need to meet their expectation.
Oh, okay.
This is what they are expecting. This is what they are expecting from you or from us to cook for them.
Okay.
Like presenting a natural, appetizing look.
Yes.
So don't do something that is the look is not so appetizing. So when you see your plate, the plate is supposed to be appetizing.
Like a color.
Like a color, like avoid something that is like blue on the plate.
And then sometimes I know you are be a judges on the last competitions of Salon Culinaire. How do you think when you see a food or sauce in a purple color?
I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, because a lot of people, sometimes a lot of competitors, they make sauce color.
Don't get me wrong, Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong that
the color like purple. So do you think make some things different? Yeah, something's outstanding, and then the sauce is come like purple or blue.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not against something that is that is out of the box. No.
But how you think?
Call me someone that is so old school.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you have to play it safe, but consider yourself. Like I said to you, presentation is number 5.
Yeah.
You want to have your plate. It looks good, but don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say, this is the new way of making this and that. This is the new way. This is the new way of this and that.
Yeah, and then sometimes like people do some competitors, they do mashed potato and then to change the color with the beetroot.
Yeah.
So the color is gonna be
like
purple.
Pink,
Yeah.
Sometimes
Pink like purple.
Pink mashed potato. As long as it tastes good, I don't mind. But you need to know that you need to meet the judges' expectation.
Yeah.
You need to meet the judges' expectation. For example, you see the list of the judges. Sometimes ACP bring overseas judge to become the guest judges in Food Hotel Indonesia. You see their profile.
Yeah.
You see that most of them is coming from an old school kitchen. Sometimes they come from, from European country. That if you give something so spicy that they cannot even taste your food, they cannot drink it, they cannot taste it, they cannot eat it. So it's the same mindset that you need to set to yourself who your guest profile.
Okay.
It's the same like you do in a restaurant. You need to know your guest profile. You need to know your guest taste buds.
Yeah.
Their palates, their expectation.
Okay.
And then you as a chef, you as a cook, you need to go and meet their expectation. When you meet their expectation, then you just pack.
Yeah. Because sometimes I think like for me, when we give a purple color on your food, especially on your hot food, it's not appetizing.
Yeah.
Did you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. It's not like the color is not appetizing.
Yeah, but sometimes some people do with purple potato for their carbs.
If real things,
if coming from
it doesn't matter.
Color
Yeah.
from the food itself, like you do a beetroot puree or you do I don't know, sometimes that is a yellow, bluish puree. but the color it's coming from the natural color. I don't mind because you can, as long as you need to see from this side, it says numerical harmonizing of meat and garnishes.
That's why I say sometimes it's not appetizing because the colors.
You need to have something that is so harmonized
Yeah.
on the plate. That the taste, the presentation, the color on the plate, it's harmonizing each other. They compare it to each other.
Okay. So if you don't have more questions, this is on the last second. Any more questions?
Any more question? If no, then
If no questions, okay. Thank you for all the participants.
Thank you very much.
And then thank you, Chef Phillips, for our keynote
Thank
speaker
you.
today.
Amarindo, thank you, ACP.
You shared a lot of experience for us today, and then hopefully we can meet in another competitions.
Yes.
Yeah, and then hopefully Food Hotel Indonesia will be on the next year, maybe
Maybe next year. Hopefully, we pray.
because this year is cancellation. Yeah, hopefully everything's Indonesia get better, and then
Amen.
we can see you in the other Food Hotel Indonesia,
Yes.
and then we can do competitions together. Thank you. And now we need to do more picture.
Thank you.
Let's do picture together, and then give your best smile. So this is the Chef Phillips and me in here.
Chef,
Yes.
ini kan agak ini ya, maksudnya apakah nanti bisa nggak saya ambil misalnya Chef Philip dulu, kemudian Chef Ronald supaya satu-satu gitu?
Boleh.
Oke.
Boleh.
Ya.
Siap.
Kalau dua gini kan jauhan tapi setengah-setengah susah. Oke. Ini diambil dulu nanti.
Ini aja ya. Tar lu. Satu lagi saya nyalain kamera. Nah.
Oke. Kalau gitu, oke. Kalau itu saya spotlight dua-duanya kalau gitu. Bentar. Oke.
Ya.
Sebentar ya.
Ya. Ganjel dulu, ganjel. Ya.
Ya, ditunggu ya, Chef ya.
Oke.
Ya, saya rasa sudah, Chef.
Sudah?
Terima kasih ya.
Oke.
Ya.
Terima kasih.
Oke, thank you Pak Merindo, and thank you for
Thank you semuanya.
ACP Indonesia, and then success for Food Hotel Indonesia, and see you in another event. And bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much. Bye.
Main lift aja, Lip. Oke ya, kita live ya.
Ya, Chef. Terima kasih, Chef.